Today we're comparing and contrasting these two beauties, Miss Dior Bouquet and Miss Dior the Eau De Toilette. So on today's video, we are comparing and contrasting these two beautiful fragrances. We have over here Miss Dior the Eau De Toilette and we have Miss Dior Bouquet. Both of these are actually Eau De Toilette fragrances. The first one we have here, like I said, is Miss Dior the Eau De Toilette. You can kind of tell by the color that the actual fragrance has. And then we have Miss Dior Bouquet. This is one of the top selling fragrances of Dior as a fragrance house. We do have J'adore in this range. We have Miss Dior, and Miss Dior Bouquet is one of the top selling ones here. So we're going to compare and contrast both of these to see which one is best for you, which one is best for the summertime, because we are approaching that hot, humid, bearing sun weather. So we want to have something that's going to work well, but also last long. So both of these are going to be 100 ml sized bottle. Obviously, because of this one being a top selling fragrance, Bouquet, you are going to be able to get this one in multiple sizes, including a 5-ounce bottle, which is probably going to be the best bang for your buck when it comes to price. Otherwise, for a 100 ml size bottle, this one is going to cost you $130 and this one would be $135 for the same size. Not sure where the $5 is coming from, but this one is more expensive by $5. So with Miss Dior Bouquet, this fragrance, like I said, is a very popular fragrance. You get that beautiful houndstooth at the bottom. You do get that nice little paper plaque for the actual fragrance here, as well as the dagger bow. They do seem to have the same packaging. Take in mind into consideration that mine is a little bit older. Mine is from back in the day when I used to work for Dior a few years ago. And yeah, so they might have changed a little bit. Just so you can see, with time, this lid has kind of become unsturdy. It did happen to that one, but it hasn't happened to this one here. The sprayer is very nice as well. You do get a nice misty, wafty sprayer. But this fragrance is categorized by Dior as a floral tender. So it is supposed to be clean, it's supposed to be fresh, it's supposed to be airy and light. It is very much in mind with the philosophy of Miss Dior, and let's just say Miss Dior has had a lot of iterations. When I worked for Dior, obviously I was able to get the original one that was launched in 1947. Then we got one that was reformulated, and then they reformulated the Eau de Parfum to smell like absolutely blooming, which was a big mistake. And then the new one now has been reformulated once again. So they keep kind of changing the original Miss Dior fragrance. And this is going to be a flanker of it. This one was launched in 2014, and the perfumer for this is Francois Dimachy, which was the in-house perfumer for Dior. So he was very much a popular perfumer, or he was there for a long time, I remember, and came out with some pretty good fragrances, this being one of them. The biggest actual notes that you're going to get in this fragrance is going to be white musk, as well as peonies, and a little bit of a hint of rose in here, and some spices to really balance out the fragrance. So like I said, very, very, very much into the musk in this fragrance. It is a very nice, clean musk, because sometimes musk can come off a little bit wet or kind of pissy, if that makes any sense. And in this one itself, it does come off to be a very nice, clean, sexy musk, and it's very, 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 very feminine. So the top notes for this fragrance, we're going to get Calabrian bergamot and Sicilian mandarin. So we get that nice, zesty cleanliness out of the fragrance. You're not going to just get the citric part of the mandarin and the bergamot. You're going to get the orange peel and the bergamot peel. It's really going to give you that zesty, fresh, clean scent that is so well done in this fragrance. Like I said, it's well balanced, and that's what I like about this fragrance a lot. In the middle notes, we're going to get peony, Damascus rose, and lily of the valley. Peonies is the star of the show in this fragrance, and then base is going to be white musk. So like I said, musk and peonies are the star of the show here. The mandarin comes out to play just a hint, but bergamot's also another big player in this fragrance, along with hints of roses. There is also some spices in here. You can kind of tell that they use a little bit of pepper to really, make this fragrance streamlined. Like in my Chanel Chance video that I did film, if you want to go check that out, you are more than welcome to. I reviewed Chanel Chance by Chanel, and just like those fragrances, this has an element of sparkle to it. So as a fragrance, this fragrance, like I said, is clean, it is nice, it is citrusy, it is floral, it is very feminine, but it's feminine in a modern type of way. It is a very free-spirited type of fragrance. It's very airy, it's very clean, it's very romantic. And I would say that if you are getting married in the summertime, it would be a very nice fragrance for a summer wedding because it does lend itself to that. It is very fairy tale like. It's done incredibly well. I would certainly say that this is probably one of the best fragrances by Dior on modern standards. So there are quite a bit of these fragrances that have come out that are kind of replicating this fragrance here, but not all of them do it quite as well. You know, they really did do it well with this one because you're not only getting a modern touch, you're still getting the Damascus rose, which is very much a part of Miss Dior. You're also getting Lily of the Valley, which was another big staple with Miss Dior. You are missing the big staple, which is patchouli in here. You are missing a lot of the actual woody elements that the original Miss Dior did have, but nonetheless, this fragrance is done incredibly well. It's incredibly sophisticated. It is modern, it is sophisticated, and it's confident. So if you want a fragrance that exudes confidence, sophistication, that is romantic and charming, I would certainly say that this is the one for you. Now going on to the Eau De Toilette. Now I used to be able to sell this like hotcakes. We sold more Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet than we did sell this guy, obviously. This one was sold a lot. Now I will say that if you like Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel, you're gonna like this one because I used to call this lighter version of it. So for people that liked Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel but did not like this, you know, strong element that the fragrance does have, they used to check out the Eau de Toilette by Chanel, but then I used to show them this one. And when I showed them this one, they were like, wow, that's really nice. It's done very well. And it's even more modern and elegant than Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. So I definitely say that this is a dupe for that, done in a Dior type of way. So it does have the soft powdery elements that Coco Mademoiselle has in it, but it has a sharp citric balance musk notes on it as well. You do get a very nice caramel type of scent in there. It's not anything that's going to be super over the top. It's a very light touch in there. The notes for this fragrance are not anything that I'm describing. I'm just describing to you what my perception of the fragrance is. And like I said, if you like Coco Mademoiselle, you would like this fragrance because it's very easy to wear, it's pleasable, it's sexy, it's romantic, it's also a very feminine fragrance. So where these two kind of differ, I would say, is that this one's a modern woman that, you know, loves the fairy tale dream type of life, that is getting married in the summertime. Like I said, a perfect summer fragrance. And I would certainly say if you are actually getting married, I would certainly say that these are a great combination because you can wear this one during the day. Once the night hits, you wear this one and it just adds that extra je ne sais quoi, you know. So the nice thing about this one, I certainly say, is that this one would be considered like a daytime fragrance. It is a fragrance that definitely would work well when it comes to the weather to give you that fresh element. You know, if you're hot, if you are having a stressed out day, this would give you the calmness factor of it. And this would add the romance element to it without being over the top. And, you know, that's very important when it comes to summertime fragrances because we tend to kind of get lost in this like aquatic type of fragrance element. But these fragrances both have a very nice aspect to where they have the fresh and citric notes while still remaining floral, while still remaining elegant, while still remaining romantic and nice. And that's what I do love about the Eau de Toilette and Miss Dior, the Blooming Bouquet, because overall they are probably the best flankers of this house. I have smelt roses and roses. Don't like it. It smells not that great for the price that you're paying. It's an Eau de Toilette, doesn't wear that long. Both of these do have quite a bit of longevity. Miss Dior Blooming Bouquet is going to be less wearing than the Eau de Toilette. This one's going to last anywhere from 3 to 5 hours, and this guy is going to be one of those that dies out after the 3 to 4 hour mark. So if you're looking for longevity and performance, I would certainly say to get the Eau de Toilette. If you're looking for something that's going to be fresh and clean itself and it's going to be a little bit more modern and youthful, I would say to get this one. But Quite honestly, both of these are on par for being terrifically made fragrances. I would say if you can check both of them out, definitely check both of them out. And I think that if you like one, you're going to like the other one just in a very different type of way. And that's what's so great about both of these fragrances. It's also a little dangerous. So definitely let me know your thoughts on these fragrances down below. Make sure to comment what you have experienced, if you've smelt it, if you've not smelt it. Also give the video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more fragrance related content. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.